So let's get right into this. I'm gonna pull a challenge card and an advice card. I'm also gonna use this deck today, Crystal Mandala Oracle, and I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get the challenge, the advice. All right, let's see what's under the deck. Heavenly Mercy in the reverse. Okay, and what's underneath this deck? The Empress reverse again. Here we go again. Yeah, all this energy has been coming up in all my readings. So look what's here. Empress reversed, distorted feminine energy. Again, Queen of Wands reversed, distorted feminine energy. Five of Pentacles reversed. Scarcity energy, you know, feeling like you're being left out, feeling like you're being abandoned. Okay. All of this is coming from lack, okay? I'm kind of getting a different message on this today. I do feel with that Queen of Wands there that, like, if you're a woman watching this, then this might be you. And this could be your own, I don't want to say lack of self-love, because I kind of hate that term, but it's almost like the ways that maybe you're not deeply loving yourself or feeling deserving of love are manifesting in your reality as issues with scarcity around love, feeling like you're not receiving the love that you want in a partnership, or that you're not attracting the type of man that you, or partner, doesn't matter what your orientation is, you're not attracting the type of partner that you want. Let's continue. That's just what's underneath the deck. With Heavenly Mercy in the reverse, from what I remember, and I don't use these cards all the time because they have like a long book with them, but from what I remember, this card is saying that your words have a lot of power. So you do reach a point where it's almost like karmically, sometimes you don't realize how powerful you are, and you're projecting this energy outward. And if you are coming from a distortion and you've reached a point where your energy is very penetrative, I want to say, like your words carry a lot of weight karmically and also energetically, it can really affect people. And you want to be mindful. If you're in a distortion yourself, like you're struggling, because listen, we all struggle, like myself included. I still get triggered. I still have days where I'm like, wow, I am not in alignment. I am in my head, I'm not in my heart. I'm feeling triggered about something specifically, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, I have to also be mindful in those times to not always react. I'm a lot better about this now, and like I'll say the things that need to be said. I don't have an issue about that, but it's about saying it with love, and also knowing that this card is also saying there's almost like this kind of shield around your energetic body, like what you're projecting outward. If it's gonna really be too much, it's almost like the universe is kind of intervening and softening the blow a little bit. I don't want to read the whole book, but it's like to have mercy on people, and sometimes we feel angry at somebody, or we feel victimized by them, or we feel like they're not meeting our needs, and you might want to react in a way that isn't the most conscious, and like really love is the answer, and that's not always easy in practice, especially if you're not feeling the vibes. Okay, so let's just set those aside. As the challenge we're getting, Page of Pentacles, I'll clarify that, with power reversed. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. If you're not feeling in your power, a big lesson right now is power. You know, my work, like the pillars of my work are deep intimacy and power and union. And these are the things that I help people with, conscious partnership. But power is a big one, because you can't be in a really healthy relationship if you're not taking responsibility for your side of things. You don't need to be like perfectly healed. You don't need to have it all together like that. You don't. But what you do need is a baseline of responsibility in order to really function in a healthy relationship that's not all codependent and distorted and whatever. You need to not be playing the victim. You need to be like, no, I do have power. I may not know how to use it yet. It may be very new to me, but I'm not helpless. And I'm not like pretending like I have no part in the shit that I'm creating in my life. Justice, upright with Page of Pentacles. This is how you're balancing out your karma right now. You have to come into your power. You have to take complete and total responsibility for every part of your life. And that might be too confronting for some people. That's why I don't work with everyone. I can only work with people at this point in my business, in my career, in my life path, with people who are willing to take total responsibility. What else? Ten of Pentacles reversed. What's that about? That could be a few things. High Priestess reversed. Queen of Swords. Yeah, all right. This, and then Strength reversed. Okay, this could have to do with an air sign, a woman. Maybe not necessarily, but could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It can also have to do with boundaries. So there's something here going on with a family situation probably, or your money, or both. Like this is like a legacy card about family and stability and home, but the material part of it. And it's reversed. There's something here that, and remember the very first card is a little pentacle. It's like a little seed of a new beginning. But part of the reason why things, well, the karma card is upright, so that's a positive. That means things are starting to work themselves out. But there's something you're ignoring intuitively around either making a boundary, speaking up for yourself, dealing with maybe this woman, if this is part of your reality. You're afraid. Go back to my last reading about needing courage and using your anger wisely. You may feel that somebody has power over you financially, and it's making you ignore some of the red flags and or silence yourself, like not say the thing or do the thing that you need to be doing right now. That's why power is also reversed. So yeah, you've got to release this anxiety and understand that karmically, when you are in integrity and you do the quote unquote right thing, the thing you know you need to do but you're avoiding, that things are going to work out. It may not work out the way you want. It may not be exactly the result that you were hoping for. Okay, that was really weird. I was literally in the middle of talking about, I don't even remember what I was saying, letting go of this anxiety of speaking up for yourself, and my thing just completely shut down. But for no good reason, because I didn't touch anything. That was really strange. My camera has been acting weird today. I think it's just the energy. So I don't remember what exactly I said before I got cut off, but I think what I was saying was that there is a situation that you're dealing with karmically that needs to be resolved, where you're not feeling empowered and you're holding back, like you're not saying something or doing something that you need to do. You have the opportunity though to do it. There is an opportunity here to like plant a new seed or to start to do something different. Because the Queen of Swords isn't reversed, it's not in a distorted energy. That's why I feel like maybe it does have to do with learning make boundaries and speaking up for yourself. But let's just see, what is this Queen of Swords? Two of Pentacles reversed. You could be avoiding making a decision, like you need to make a choice. Three of Swords, it's going to be a painful choice. It will create some emotional pain. Yeah, you haven't been speaking up. Knight of Swords reversed is holding back on communicating this. Why? You've been waiting for your ships to come in. You've been waiting for something, I think, financially that is actually keeping you stuck. That's just what I'm hearing. You've been waiting for something because you might feel like you deserve more. You're only keeping yourself stuck here. I don't think you're gonna get the thing you want financially, whatever that is. What I'm hearing is you need less than you think. King of Cups. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting another message here. King of Cups. You could be in a relationship with this person. This could be, because I'm clarifying this part right here. This person that's standing here waiting for their ships to come in, not speaking up, not making the choice, and I got the King of Cups there. So I do feel you might be in a relationship with the Queen of Swords, with this woman. Hold on. Moon, there are secrets, there are things that haven't been revealed. Hold up, let me clarify. What's this? about, okay, something's about to move quickly. Okay, no, something could start to move very quickly, but you're holding on like for the wrong reasons. And this situation, this is specific. Click off if this is not your reading. This isn't for everybody. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Things could move a lot faster, but you're still you're clinging. Whoever this is clinging to the pentacles. And I keep hearing over and over, you don't need as much as you think. You might be waiting for a payout. You might be holding on to a relationship for financial purposes, hoping that, or trying to get more before you end it, or thinking that this person owes you something, but again, remember, power is reversed. I also think karmic lesson here probably in some cases will be that you're not going to get this like huge payout. You may need to actually release the grip that you have on the material part of this and trust that there is like the scarcity is in your head. I don't know. That's why this feminine distorted energy under the deck. Let's move forward. We'll come back to this. Let's see what this is about over here. What is the advice? Okay, the advice is Six of Wands, which I have to clarify because that's usually about image or recognition of some kind. And we're getting descending power reversed. As I was saying here with power, you're stuck in your head. And part of your embodiment of your spiritual growth of like this situation resolving itself is to bring the energy down. Because most spiritual people get caught in their head and they're very airy and they're not good with money, or they don't feel stable in the material world. They might be super psychic, they might be super gifted intuitively or with their spiritual gifts, but they struggle in the earthly realm. They struggle in the material realm. And that is the advice here, is that you need, and that's probably why in my last reading, for example, I got that card Holy Fire. And it was talking about building the energy in your lower chakras and or like balancing out that first, second chakra, because when those are imbalanced or like the energy is like kind of lacking there and you need to bring it down. Again, those are the people that tend to struggle materially, usually with money, and being grounded. So you could be like super psychic, you could be really tuned in, you could be really open, like in your third eye, in your crown chakra, you could be receiving a lot of intuitive information or energetic information, but then it's like you're not doing anything with it. And that's also part of why you feel imbalanced. So let's clarify this. This feels like a whole other situation. This feels like a relationship to me. What is this Six of Wands about? Oops. Six of Wands. There it is again. Go back to my last reading, the one about using your anger wisely. Death reversed. The advice is that you have to let something die. And I feel that it's this relationship. It's whatever you're holding on to for like financial or material reasons. It's like part of your spiritual path is to also let go of some of that. It doesn't mean that you're going to be poor. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have money. It doesn't mean that you're going to have to like be on the struggle bus forever. It just means if you're holding on to something for the wrong reasons, then you're going to keep getting pushed to release it because there's something else that's available for you. But it can't come in until the old thing dies. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. There is no getting around it. The advice is that, there it is. Look what's I wasn't even looking. Look what's under the deck again, the Tower. This energy is relentless coming through in my readings. Because it really feels pressing right now. It feels like you are not meant to drag this out for years and years. I don't even feel you're meant to drag this out for the rest of this year, if I'm being honest. A lot of you guys, I've noticed it in my client sessions with my inner circle, everyone's stuff's accelerating. And it's like you try to hold on, you're going to get taken on a ride because you're not meant to hold on to certain things anymore. It is meant to come undone. And so let's clarify, but that's what I'm feeling here. But the reason why you're clinging to the old shit is that you're not feeling in your power. But to feel in your power, you're going to have to also make new choices. It's like you can't learn something new without doing something new. You don't learn it by sitting there obsessively thinking about it. You gain confidence and experience by doing things. But right now there's like a lack of movement. That's why we got both of these reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed. You're not making a choice. You're not speaking up. You're not doing the thing. What is this Death reversed about? That's why this new beginning isn't happening. Ace of Pentacles reversed. You want a new start. The old shit has to die first. Not shit. It's not shit. It could be a relationship. It could be a marriage. It could be something that was meaningful. It doesn't even mean that the people are bad people or that the person's a bad person. I was in a long-term relationship in a marriage and I had to leave that person because it wasn't my person. Here's the world, end of a cycle. Listen to that siren. Sorry, let it pass. The Chariot reverse is once again not moving forward. You're blocking yourself. Okay, like I said, I was in a relationship with a nice person. I knew from day one, this is not my forever person. I did it anyway. It wasn't a terrible relationship. I learned a lot from that relationship. I was the one to end the relationship because I was the one that outgrew it. Therefore, I had to be the one to end it. It wasn't easy. It was the best thing I ever did for both of us. That person eventually moved on. They're much happier now. I moved on. I started my spiritual career. I did all of these other things. I don't think any of that would have happened had we stayed together. Could I have stayed? Sure, but I was suffering. I was like, this is not it for me. And I'm also holding that person back because guess what? Me clinging to them because I'm scared and insecure is also blocking them from being with a person who truly loves them, who's in love with them, not feels sorry for them, not feels obligated to them, not feels stuck to them, not feels guilty about it. People deserve to be with someone who's in love with them. They may not be there themselves. Like in my experience, this person would have stayed with me if I had stayed. Were we happy? No. Was it healthy? No. But would they have stayed with me? Sure. But like I knew better for both of us. I was like, I care about this person enough to set them free because I'm also not going to block their pathway. That's not fair. That's not love. And it happens all the time, you guys. People will be like, oh, I feel so sorry for my partner. Then they turn around, cheat on them pathologically, lie to their face, do all, or maybe not even cheat, but a lot of the people I work with have cheated. I'm not judging. We've all been there and done that in most cases. But then they'll still sit there and be like, but my poor partner, oh, but I couldn't leave them because, you know, I just feel so bad. And it's like you lie to their face, you cheat on them all the time. Like this is, and you stay with them because you feel sorry for them or because you're afraid of them. This is not love. Let's be fucking real. Cut the shit. That's not love, you guys. So I love to shine the light in these places because we've got to cut the shit and stop with all these excuses and like making up stories about why we're staying with a person because it's so much better for them that we stay with them even though you don't love them. You're lying next to them telling lies every single night. You're pretending, you're faking. It's a charade. It's a facade. You guys, that's not love. I'm sorry. Do people do it? Sure. Most people don't have the courage to walk away and have the courage to lovingly let someone down and to be like, you might be willing to stay with me for the rest of your life in this loveless relationship or this we're being disingenuine with each other. We're not being authentic. We've outgrown this, or I've outgrown it. Maybe you don't think you've outgrown it, but I've outgrown it. And then we're sitting here in denial, making excuses about why it's blah, 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 or we're not talking about it. And then it's like, oh, you know, because I'll hurt their feelings. You don't think it's hurtful to be with a person that you lie to every single day, pretending that you love them when you don't? That's not loving. I couldn't do it. In my case, I was like, this is a good person. And I'm not going to do him dirty like that and sit here and pretend like I love him because I don't want to be uncomfortable, because I don't want to start over, or because I don't want to disappoint him. I did disappoint him in the moment. It was a blessing for both of us. I don't know. There is no easy way around this. You have to be so real with yourself. People want this like amazing, I want to be with my twin flame. I want to be in a union. I want to be in a conscious partnership. But you won't leave the person you're with because it's like, well, I feel bad for them. Oh, but I could never do that to them. You're in the way for them too. You're literally taking up space that someone who genuinely is in love with them could take up. Now, will they go and be with someone else and allow that in? Maybe, maybe not. That's out of your control. My point is, if you truly love somebody, you let them go. You truly love someone, you set them free. Otherwise, you are full of shit. And they may not have the courage to admit that. You may not have the courage to admit it. But if you want awesome love, you want union, you want powerful spiritual partnership, you're going to have the balls, the courage to claim what you want, including making sacrifices, aka walking away from the life that you've probably built, just like I had to do. And it wasn't some immediate return either. It was a lot of years of having to do the work myself, alone, difficult, you guys. Worth it? 100%. Because I don't have regrets. I go to bed, I sleep at peace at night. I'm not lying to anyone. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have strings attached to anyone. I'm not silencing myself. I don't live a lie. Like, it's so liberating. But you got to do the work to get there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's, yeah, look, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Sitting around waiting. It's like, oh, where's my harvest? My seeds aren't growing. But it's like, you're reaping the harvest that you've sowed. If you want a new harvest or a better one, then you have to start behaving differently and start doing things differently and have the courage to do the thing you need to do right now that you're avoiding. So let's just clarify. My camera's acting up. Everything's acting up today. I don't know. I just don't want it to shut off. Okay, let's get the challenge, the advice here. Just one more clarifier. Challenge, white buffalo calf woman. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Wow, that's the challenge on all those money cards. Did you hear what that said? I was talking about abundance. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Not like you're clinging, whoever this is, you're clinging to the material world, you're clinging to an illusion, you're clinging to like an image that you've built with probably another person that isn't genuine. It doesn't mean that there was no love. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not black or white. It's gray. It's like you can care about someone and not be in love with them. You can spend 10 or 20 years with a person and know it's not the love of your life and still have some good times together and still have some meaningful moments and yet still know this is not my forever person. We are not meant to be together forever. I am not in love with this person, or I do not have we are not sharing reciprocal passion here. It's just not there. It can't be revived. It can't be created from, it's not there. It wasn't there to begin with, probably. I don't know. It's just like, it's gray. So you just have to be okay with that. To be like, it's many things. We're all multifaceted. It's not one or the other. We don't have to vilify anyone here. We don't have to like make one person the bad person. We don't. It's not easy, you guys. And trust me, when you're like on the outside of a situation, or you've ever been in like I said, on the spiritual path and conscious partnership, there's so many times where you or the other person or both of you are going to have to like deal with these kind of like karmic relationships and leave them and end things and dissolve family units and walk away from money or leave your job or whatever. And it's complicated because it's like there's lots of people involved. There could be family involved, other kids involved. It's not just about you and another person, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like no one's the bad guy. There's so many readers out there that talk about these types of partnerships and they vilify someone, and it's like even if the person treats the other person like shit or there is some bad behavior, it's all happening for a reason. And also, like I said, you can spend a long time with someone and also know that it needs to end. This is called growth. It's called evolution. It's called we're evolving, and if you try to pretend like you're not, you're lying to yourself. The only constant in life is change. When you try to stop yourself from growing, you suffer because you're not meant to stay stuck forever in these little boxes that you've put yourself in. You're clinging to something for the material reasons, and it's saying the path of love is abundance. But you've probably never experienced that. In fact, your version of love is probably very dysfunctional, which is why you're clinging to a situation where it's not even, like you're not even being honest with yourself, with the other person, with each other. And it is hard to end that. You're going to have to burst the bubble. People will be upset. This person, whoever on the receiving end of it, will probably be very upset. But you have to get to the point. It's like what I had to say to my ex-partner. I love you enough to let you go, because me staying here and being a placeholder and taking up space in your life because I'm too insecure to go be on my own and to start over again, or I don't want to suffer. I took a huge financial hit when I got a divorce. I struggled. And yet I did it because it was the thing that was in integrity. It sucked. It really sucked. It really sucked. And yet I knew better. I was like, oh, if I care about this person, I'm not going to stay with them because they make more money and I won't have to struggle. But that's just me. I don't know. So integrity has to be a high value for you to do this type of work. What's the advice? That is the challenge, though. It's to like really be so radically honest that you're hanging on for the wrong reasons. And you're not doing the other person a favor by staying with them because you pity them, because you're afraid of them, because you don't want to upset them, because you don't want to upset your kids, because you don't want people to be disappointed. Get over it. Your kids are watching if you have kids. And guess what? They're learning from your behavior. And when they see you settle in a mediocre relationship or a loveless relationship or a sexless relationship or a relationship where you're not even affectionate with each other because you actually resent each other deeply and no one wants to admit it. And then you're in the corner and then you're drinking a bottle of wine tonight and then the other person's drinking something and then you're both trash and then you're avoiding each other and then now I'm sleeping on the couch. Well, we don't share a bed anymore because, they snore at night, but really it's because you don't like each other. It's like, why do we think that our kids are not picking it up? You guys, your kids are smarter than you think. I was a kid of divorce. I was a kid living in a house where people were dysfunctional. It's like, everything from like 5 years old and up. Like, what's going on. You're tuned in. You may not have the words for it. So let's not use our children as an excuse to be in dysfunctional or loveless, or I don't even want to say loveless. When you've outgrown it, you've outgrown it, and you're not doing your children any favors by settling either. Do the hard thing. Teach them how to make a hard choice. Teach them how to get back up when you fall down. Teach your kids what it looks like to be in integrity and then have to be resilient and have to disappoint people and do it anyway because you deserve to be happy, and so does the other person, whether they realize that or not. You could leave somebody like that. Like, I had to leave my partner. I didn't know if he was going to move on or not, but I was like, that's not my responsibility. I care about you enough to walk away, but it's not my responsibility what you do after I leave. That is on you, not me. That's not easy necessarily, but I knew that was true. Because someone could also play the victim and be like, you leave me, I'll never find anyone. This is it for me. I'm never going to find, especially as you get older. This is it. I'll never find love again. Meanwhile, you could be together, cheating on each other, lying to each other the whole time. And it's like, but I can't move on now. I'm too old. It's not your responsibility. But again, if you've been like codependent and had any of that going on, this is the stuff you've got to resolve. Okay, we're getting as the advice. Wow, I love that this card came up. Let me just check the time. Okay, it said 2020 when I checked it. The goddess of devotion in the reverse, Parvati, as the advice. It says, I'm a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. I literally have a post in drafts right now about this energy, about a love that never leaves. So I'll probably post it tomorrow. I just created 2 new offers called the Devoted Feminine and the Devoted Masculine. And this energy was sort of the motivation behind it, because the advice here is that you need to be devoted to the path of love, not the path that's the easiest, the path of least resistance, the path that's the most comfortable, the path that isn't going to involve struggle, disappointing people, some heartache, some loss. The path of love is going to also ask you to do hard things. And it's also saying that you have to be like a mountain. Like you're like unshakable. Like your devotion is so deep that it can't be moved. You're a love that doesn't leave. Meaning, not literally like, oh, okay, I won't leave my partner that I'm really unhappy with, where I know that I've outgrown it, even if they haven't. And they would settle for this for the rest of their life, but I don't want to settle for this for the rest of my life because it's shitty and I just don't want to be here anymore. And it's not fair to either one of us. But like I said, usually it's one person that really wants the ending. The other person would probably stay. And that's up to you. But this is saying to be devoted and a love that doesn't leave means that you don't give up on love. You might have to walk away from certain things. You might have to make sacrifices. Like for me, I had to walk away from that marriage. I also had to walk away from another relationship that was deeply meaningful to me. And yet I knew that we both had to live our own lives and move on for a time to go experience other things. It was the most difficult thing, and yet it's just changed me as a person fundamentally for the better. Because it's like, I understand that if I'm committed to love, not my ego, not pride, not the convenient thing. If I'm devoted to love, then my love may have to change forms for a little while. It may have to be distant for a while. You might separate from someone. You might have to move forward. But the love doesn't leave. The devotion doesn't leave. It's like the form of it may need to change, but it's not like, oh my God, what the fuck is my computer doing? Sorry. Hopefully that doesn't do anything. Sorry. I just got a new laptop, so it's so... your love... You're devoted to love no matter what. So like I said, the physical appearances of things might be deceiving. It's like you just have to be this mountain that is devoted to the path of love, the way of devotion, and how that leads you. Because you know that if you're committed to love, that the highest outcomes are going to manifest over time. But it may unfold really differently than you thought. It may look different. You may not get the thing you want right away. You might have to wait. You might have to learn other things first. But a love that doesn't leave is a love that's like, that's real devotion. And that is, most people have never done this before. Most people won't do it. But I'm here for the people that they know that's their path. Because you can't avoid it. It's just, you know, this is what you're meant to do. And trust me, the brave do get rewarded in many, many ways, far beyond what your little logical mind could cook up. There's so many other beautiful blessings that are going to come in as a result of doing this, but this is not the easy path, you guys. So this is why a lot of people aren't going to do it. That's why this work that I do is very nuanced, but I'm doing it for a reason. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to lead us. Somebody's got to help us do this, right? People have helped me. I'm here to help you. So yeah, that's it. Look, we're even getting the divine alchemy in the reverse, Mary Magdalene. One of my guides. Magdalene manuscript is like my Bible of this path, and it's saying you're an alchemist, but you have to turn this pain and suffering. You have to find the way to transform what the struggle you're going through right now, and understand that moving through this is moving you. Like if the path of love is true abundance, then you need to be committed to what love is asking you to do, and know that it is purifying the patterns in your subconscious, the scarcity, the lack, the fears, the insecurities. Like, everything's going to work out for the best for everyone. The karma card is upright, justice upright. You can trust this, but you have to go through the final leg of it, and it will be uncomfortable, and you will upset people. And if you're the one that's got to walk away from someone, like a long-term relationship like I did, you just have to be with it. You have to be with the discomfort. You have to be with other people's discomfort, and you have to do it anyway, because it's the loving thing to do. It's not the convenient thing. It's not the comfortable thing. Your rewards are on the other side of this. Your blessings, and maybe even your person, is on the other side of this lesson. And if you're not the one in the relationship and you're on the other side of this equation, then you need to be devoted to love and understand that things need to work themselves out, and that you don't need to meddle in people's business. You don't need to interfere. You don't need to pressure someone or give them ultimatums or interfere at all. You need to let people learn. All you need to do is be the mountain. You are love. Be the mountain. You're like a lighthouse in the dark. Trust me. It's not easy, but this is what we're here to do. If you want help with this one-to-one, I am here for you guys. Like I said, I'm going to start talking about this new stuff on Instagram. I've got, like I said, literally have that post in drafts. So I've got clarity sessions for 60 minutes, which are like general intuitive sessions. And then I've got this one-to-one offer for women and for men, the devoted feminine and the devoted masculine. This is my life's work, you guys. I live and breathe this here behind the scenes. For 12 plus years now, this has been my practice. So I'm coming with a lot of experience and a lot of embodied experience with the struggles and how to move through these struggles. I can help you with this. So yeah, like I said, most of my clients now, 8-9 years they've been with me, they're in a conscious partnership now. And then they're calling me back. This is fucking hard. This is harder than I thought. Oh my God, I wanted it so bad, and now I'm in it. And I'm like, ugh, it's a lot. It is, but it gets better, you guys. You get better at it. It's just a refinement. And there's a lot of good things that come to. So all the links to that are below in the description box. And that's it, you guys. I love you so much. I give you a lot of credit if you're doing this. Trust me. Those who have the courage to claim this kind of love and receive it, you will look back and be like, thank God I was brave enough. Thank God. It was worth it. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.